Let's talk about the situation that happened in Minnesota at the American Mall with the Somalian throwing the little boy off the balcony, 40 feet. Let's talk about how it's been covered. Let's talk about it. I've done videos about it before, but I'm going to do videos about this in racism and race relations, the media, and Obama. I was just listening to a video about the same thing, and it was basically saying that race relations in the Obama administration tumbled to an all-time low. And today in America, we are more divided than ever. Why is that? Obama himself never, ever, ever embraced the black community. Matter of fact, I saw more progress for the black community in the Clinton era, or even the George W. Bush era than I ever saw with Barack Obama. Barack Obama did not stand with black people. Barack Obama did not really identify black people. The thing that happened is that Barack Obama, being a so-called black man, his color was used as a stepping stone to therefore divide people because he was a black president. I got news for you. He's not the first black president this country's ever had. Matter of fact, he's probably the 10th or 11th. This country's had black presidents before. There's a book called The Six Black Presidents. There should be a book, another book made saying the 10 black presidents or 11, because a lot of presidents that have donned the office have had somewhat black blood or some other nationality involved in their bloodline. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But what I want to spend a lot of time on is the fact how the media plays us like a violin. Race. The incident happened in the mall may have been race related, but I doubt it. It could have even been staged. Who knows? And, people talk all the time about, why don't these people stay in their own country? Well, why in the hell don't you tell the government, which is a corporation of the United States, to stop bombing their countries, or stop funding the terrorists in their countries and the guerrilla warfare in their countries so they can stay? It's the same thing with the Muslims that go into Europe. The majority of these people are not going to these countries because they want to. They have to go somewhere to escape the tyranny and abuse and subjective poverty that they're facing because their lands are eroded with gunfire, all kind of high-tech weaponry, pollution, and poverty. Look at the turn of the century. The turn of the 20th century in America. Immigrants from Europe were coming to this country by the boatloads. Why? Because their countries were war-torn, impoverished, because most of the countries was from the Industrial Revolution, where if you didn't fit into the paradigm, you had to go, or else you die. So they came to America. No one really leaves their land to go to another land just because they want to go. There's two reasons that people leave their homes. Either they're forced out or they leave to conquer someone else. That's the only two reasons. Either they're forced to leave their country or they leave their country with the premise to therefore go to another land and oppress the people in their own land and remove them from power. There's not a third way. There's only two ways. But when you look at the race relations in America right now, in the United States, it's always been like this. It's always been this way. It's supposed to be this way. We are not supposed to get along. We are not supposed to be unified. That is damaging to the powers that be. I know a lot of you are going to say, well, you talking about conspiracy theorists. I want for you to definitely get a dictionary and look at the word conspiracy, and then look at the word conspiracy theorists. There's two distinct differences. A conspiracy, I'm not going to tell you, look it up, just look it up. I have told people this before and they fall on deaf ears. Look up the word conspiracy and it'll give you the definement of what conspiracy is. Look at the word conspiracy theorist, and it'll tell you exactly what its meaning is. Okay? I'll leave that right there. I won't go no further with that. But back to the subject at hand. This thing is being used as a race-baiting atrocity to divide the people even further. Donald Trump's presidency, whether he meant it to be that way or not, has been used to fund supremacy from a white culture, and they enforce the rule of law of having a country of purity that's going backwards. Whether he meant it or not, that's what's happening. A lot of people are coming out of the shell. They're coming out from behind the cloak and dagger, the closet. You know, they're pulling back the shades off the window. They're starting to reveal who they really are. They've always been that way. See, let me tell you something. People don't change. No one changes. Everybody is who they are. We are who we are, good or bad, light or dark, it doesn't matter. There's no such thing as changing. You just become better or worse of who you really are. More or less of who you are. There's a better way of putting it. You don't change. You either evolve or you devolve. But that person that you saw 20 years ago is the same person you see today. They may not act the same way. They just acted on their other their self, their kind of self. But that's the same person. It didn't change. And racism has not changed because it's a tool to discriminate between people because of laws of racialism. The racialists are controlling this thing. They're doing it through the media. So before we get all tied up in our feelings and our emotions, we need to look at something right now. We need to understand it's profitable for the media to push racism. Because why didn't they not say a little boy, 5 years old, was thrown from a balcony by a 24-year-old man? A 24-year-old man threw a little 5-year-old off a balcony 40 feet. Why did it have to be a little white boy gets thrown off a balcony by a black Somalian 24-year-old Muslim? Now they're putting Islam in it. I mean, it's gone from race, now it's going to religion. Everybody's demonizing Islam. I'll do another video on that one. And I'll tell you exactly what Islam is and what it isn't. Because I am a former Muslim myself. Okay? I'm non-religious. But Islam is not what you think it is. It never was. That's the media. It is propagation of propaganda. And you have to watch this stuff. Because it's hot and heavy. And it's been sold to the people all day long. So remember, when you listen to the news, be ready to dissect it from the moment you turn it on to the moment is turned off. Because they're all the way through all of the stuff they're talking is BS. It's propaganda. Race relations could be a lot better, but what would that be for the country, for the politics, for the media? If it was better, that means, the race hustlers can't make no money. That's right, the race hustlers. And they're on both sides. And before I go, whether you're Democrat or Republican, it doesn't really matter. I hear people always talking about, the Republican Party, the Democratic Party. Both of them are trash. Both of them are trash. They don't care nothing about the people. They're not going to save you. Your destiny does not lie in the Democratic Party or the Republican Party. Be your own party. That's the only party going to set you free. Your party, which is you, is the only one going to set you free. If you continue to vote for a Democrat or Republican, you're going to remain a slave. Because both of them are the same. They are the different fingers on the same hand. I say no more. Peace.